Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Moving the Magnets as we patiently await, or not patiently await, team announcement at 6:20 p.m. We're in early today. Plenty to talk about. Will Tom Mitchell find a spot? Does Charlie Dean survive? What's going on with Markov? It's time to talk all things black and white. A few things off the bat. Let's address the elephant in the room. We're 11 minutes late, which is, it's unlike Pies footy. We'll cop that. But hear me out, okay? I'm driving home. I'm on Princess Highway. There's a massive protest. You guys, there's protests everywhere at the moment, right? This one, the agenda was, just by winding down the window a little bit, I peep in ear, get the ears out, these fucking antennas, and I go, Framp, I'm hearing fries, I'm hearing Framps, I'm hearing champs. And then as I get closer, it's franchise in is what I'm hearing from these protesters. And I just, you know what? I had to get out of the car. I shake each of their hands. I walk back into the car, and here we are. That is my excuse. That is the first thing I need to get off this bat. Yeah, the second one is I do, on a serious note, want to thank you all. Last night was a tough introduction. It needed to happen, but I was taken aback by how many of you reached out through the chat and through Instagram and Discord and everything else in between, just to share your story with some of your beloved pets who are with you or who may not be with you anymore. So I do want to take the time to thank you for that. So those are the two first things immediately off the bat. I hope everyone's super well. Welcome everyone in the chat. I can see it's already cooking. Plenty of conversation. Are we anxious? Are we anxious? Are we excited? Are we eager? Are we all of it? Is it just a combustion of one? Is it just the Powerpuff Girls type of mix where we're all overly hyped up for tomorrow? If I ask myself, what am I right now? What are the emotions that I'm feeling? I'm feeling excitement. And then, you know what? Let's not beat around the bush. We are all a little bit anxious because of the fact that if we lose, it's looking quite dire. We'll need to win the last two against Adelaide and Melbourne to make top four. If we lose, we're in strife in making top four. You can kiss top two goodbye. That is the reality of where we're at. Yeah? So the angst is understandable, but I am keen. If we can get a few things right, we'll tick a few boxes, calm down a few spot fires that are festering around the ground, I think we'll be right, guys. I think our best footy is the best in the league. Yeah? Can I get a lift in the chat? Hey, lift, everybody. I want to hear lift in the chat. Lift. Let me hear it. Let me hear the lift. I feel like there's too much. Come on. Get up. Let's go. Come on. Fuck, I regret this. I've been going with the white hot chocolate for these streams lately. And I said, you know what? I've got training after this. It's selection day. And I'm like, you know what? I'll mix some coffee in with this bad boy. Now it just tastes like an espresso. And I'm not adverse to a strong espresso. It's usually my path of destruction for the morning, but it wasn't what I was hoping for, you know? Lift? There we go. Let's get some lift. Come on now. Come on. Here we are. So much. All right. Well, so what are we going to talk about today? So we got an hour and 65 minutes till teams come out. So we will check Twitter. We'll get the Discord going. If you guys want to jump into Discord, can we get what can we get? What can we do to get a Manny in the Discord? Can we get Can I get a right for Manny in the chat. If we want Manny on Discord here and now, you know how he goes, right. If you want to hear right, just put it in the chat and we'll get him on. We'll get him on for you guys. What the crowd wants, the crowd gets. Come on, we're checked in. Are you Myo checked in or are you Myo checked out? Tell me. Are we Myo checked in or are we Myo checked out? What's going on? Let's see, make sure this is all good. Right. Malaka.
Hello there, Malaka. What happened? Free Palestine.
Oh.
Protest.
Hey, come on, brother. That's
it. No more negativity. From this minute on, everyone in chat and you, we fucking get around them now. Now we go. It's back to business. Now we fucking lift. Let's get the job done. Back them in. Let's fucking go. That's it now. We've turned the page there. Let's go, baby. I'm lifting. Big time.
Hey, question. Tell me, what are you doing to conspire against Adelaide? You're a scumbag, mate. You're from SA. What are you doing to them? Are you doing anything to them?
Listen, we're playing them next week, Malaka. I've got to watch them closely. I went down there with the, what do you call it there? The Evor and the Evor and stuff there.
You were there for 10 minutes, man.
I'm adjusting him, mate.
You were there for 10
cursing
minutes.
Him, buddy.
You were there for 10 minutes, man. You're in Oriental longer than that, man. Come on, bro.
Hey, listen. When it gets dark here, when it gets night time here, I can belly up there and go to the training grounds and sabotage. I can sabotage. I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to wait until we beat Hawthorn. If we don't beat Hawthorn, and then we're going to give it to the Crows, then I'm going to go down there and I'm going to sabotage. It's got to be done there. It's got to be done. We're going to do whatever it takes, buddy. Yeah, everything's got to be done. Hey, whatever it takes to get the job done. Fucking, I'm sorry, bro.
Hey, chat, look at this. Look at this spunk here. Hold on, let me zoom in for a second. Look at this spunk of a man. Hold on. Look at this little selfie in that, huh? You got a selfie as your Discord DP. Look at you. Come on, bro.
Look at you.
You think the Adelaide Crows are scared of that?
Hey, listen, that's decoy. That's decoy there. That's all propaganda there. I'm telling you, I could sabotage him in a big way. I've already planned it out, bro. I've planned it out today. I've got everything drafted up there. I don't look down there. I'll prepare it. You see, I'll go in there fucking blinded there. I've got everything ready to go there.
Come on, bro. What are you talking about, man? No one's scared of you, mate.
What's going on there? I've got a big heart today. I'll just carry on today. What's going on? Dean can't be in the side today. I'm telling you, why? If a defender goes down early, we've got Dean in the side. Like I said, exactly like last week. It'll be the same shit as last week. He's got to be out of the side.
Can we just listen to this 1 second? Still Sidebottom on SCN.
I knew it would be Pendlebury. So who's the best player you played with at Collingwood?
Oh, good question. Pendles, I think. Yeah.
Who's the second best?
Yeah.
I knew it would be Pendlebury. So who's the second
to be honest,
best?
I don't think.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. Well, probably Swanee, I think. Yeah.
Geez, you've been around for a long
time. Yeah. Swanee's ability to be able to almost start getting tagged in the midfield and then take someone deep forward and kick 3 or 4 goals in a quarter was something that probably most midfield.
So we're just watching Manny, who Sidebottom's best 2 players are that he's ever played with, and he said Pendlebury and Dane Swan.
Okay.
And he climbs with that. Nick Dacos still too early in his career to dub him top 2, huh? Fair enough.
Swanee's a gun there. Pendles now.
Yeah.
Pendles, Buckley, and Peter Dacos, mate.
Yeah.
Simple.
Can I highlight on OBS? Can I highlight these comments? Let's see. If I pin message, what happens? Does that go up? No, it doesn't. It just goes in a chat. So Benny goes, Manny, Ben wants you to put washing machine powder in the sprinklers at Adelaide Oval. You reckon you can do that for us?
Yeah, washing. What about cyanide? Put cyanide in there. What about tax?
I'm not
nails and tax all over it.
I'm not privy to cyanide. What does that do?
Kills you in 2 seconds. They're cyanide.
Why do you know this?
What about
what about business you up to, mate? I know. Hey, you said you're up at 5 a.m. on game day last week, mate.
What about hydrochloric acid there? Hydrochloric acid there through the shower system. It's all over.
It's all
Skin
over.
burns everywhere. Don't be able to get on the field. It's all over there. I've got plenty of plans today. Don't worry. Plenty of plans, buddy.
Yeah, bro.
Don't worry. Don't want to talk too much today because I might get fucking arrested there. If someone like it goes down there and does something,
That's
they
it.
might think it's me there.
Murphs goes, don't incriminate yourself there, Manny. Don't incriminate yourself. Just be careful, yeah.
They got cameras there. Don't worry. They'll see Malaka walking around there wombatting. I don't want to be caught in wombatting, mate.
Hey, so you'd be pretty happy to see the Wombat back in the side, yes or no?
Yeah, Wombat back in the side, and this time, we're not gonna tip off the RSPCA. We fucked up last time.
Yeah.
Because we tipped off the RSPCA, they grabbed him. They put him away. So this time, when he starts burrowing, don't tip him off. Keep it quiet this time. He'll stay back in the side. We don't want to tip off the RSPCA and they grab him, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so they were unsuspecting, Carlton, that there was a Wombat burrowing at the G, right? But you know what happened? We went to Gold Coast and had some bloody dingoes, the native predator of the Wombats, mate. Matt Rao, the dingo.
Yeah, they demolished him. The last time we played, when was Wombat loose? Against Hawthorn, remember?
Carlton.
It was Hawthorn he was wombatting.
Carlton, bro, what are you on about?
It was Carlton, huh?
Yeah.
No, I think it was Hawthorn, bro.
When? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
It was Hawthorn when we called the RSPCA.
Oh.
No, it was Carlton. Yeah, it was Carlton. We called the Greek priest and we called the Undertaker. Yeah, it was Carlton.
You've lost it,
It was
mate.
Carlton, bro. It was Carlton. Yeah, you're right. It was Carlton. It was Carlton, but like, yeah, now I remember it was Carlton.
Hey. Lift,
When teams come out,
620.
Hey, I've lifted yesterday. Listen, I lifted yesterday. I was the one that got us up on the bout. Yesterday I lifted. I turned the page yesterday. We haven't lost nothing yet. We're going to just keep winning. And now I'm worried about Melbourne as well. I was thinking about it last night. Now I'm worried about Melbourne as well.
Well, now they're talking about the board having a meeting at Carlton. They're going to get rid of...
I'm worried about Melbourne?
They're going to get rid of Vossi, mate.
Yeah, but I'm worried about Melbourne now playing him in the last round because they've sacked their coach now. And the interim coach, he's gonna tell them to go out there and just play football. No structure, nothing. That's dangerous for us. That's fucking dangerous, buddy.
Let's worry about tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's worry about fucking Hawthorn.
Oh. So they have the captain's run today, and Bobby Hill still not there. Gastro, thoughts, feelings?
They're sick there. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? They're sick. Well, how are you gonna blame the bloke that's sick there? How are we gonna blame that sick? You know what I mean? If he wasn't sick, we can blame him. But he's sick there. What are you gonna do?
Somebody in the chat said part-time Bobby.
Yeah, he's sick, bro. You can't do anything about it. He might come in there. You never know. He might get better tonight and come in, but he hasn't trained, so I don't think they'll bring him in.
And
who are going to bring in?
What about Nick Dacos? Are you okay with him being managed at training as long as he plays and performs?
Fucking oath, there. I'd rather Nick Dacos be managed at training than be managed in as a sub or miss a game of football.
Yeah. This much is true. Manny on the grappa.
No grappa, mate. Just had a hamburger with a lot now.
Yeah.
Now I've got anxiety, selection anxiety, Tora. I've got selection anxiety now. I want to see if Fly goes back to normal. We'll have a look soon. If he goes back to normal, we should be all right. We'll settle the side down.
Yeah. So
because if he selects Dean there, right, that means he's going to select Dean in finals. Why would you be selecting Dean now if he's not going to play finals? Makes no sense.
Yeah, he won't play. Don't worry about him, mate. That story is dead and gone, mate. Let's leave that one for now. But chronological Mick Sucker goes, put Zippero in the water bottles. Fuck, that would kill him, bro. Zippero.
Yeah, Uzo there, 100%, 100%. Uzo.
Yeah. So you've got
Yeah, no, but
you've
you
got a
got-
song for Darcy Moore. Have you got a song for Ungettable and Bo McCreary?
What, Ungettable and Bo McCreary? We sang it last time there. Ungettable. They're talking about Jamie Elliott there. Was Jamie Elliott going to leave the club now there and not be a one-club player and go to Gold Coast and travel every second week? It makes no sense there. Who'd just stay at Collingwood, be a one-club player, and then he'll get big money after he finishes there with all the cash he does. Bo McCreary, he's still contracted to 2027, and I've heard him on footy shows there. He loves the club. He's not going to go nowhere. He's not going to go to Gold Coast there. He just met a girl from Melbourne. It's ungettable, mate.
True.
Put it this way there.
The Yaneka, man, they have pull. The Yaneka, they have pull. Hey, what's...
Now, I told you before, do you think, right, that the players, all of a sudden there, they get together at the club, they get on their mobile phones and they call Ungettable, and they told the Malaki this, the journos, oh, we're unhappy. Oh, yeah, we're thinking about going to Gold Coast. How do they know there? I think ya.
Yeah. Look, there's a bit to unpack there, but you know, there's a famous Greek saying, Manny, and to the Greek natives in the chat, maybe you guys are familiar with this translation. I'll try my best to say it, Manny. You tell me if you've heard it, and if you've heard it, can you explain it responsibly to the chat? Okay, you ready?
Hello.
So this is regarding Bo McCreary, because he's got the Yaneka. He's got his girlfriend who lives in Melbourne, right? Which is why you're saying there's a chance that he won't go to Adelaide or Gold Coast because of his girlfriend, right? The saying in Greek is "Trika apomoni serni karavi."
Yeah, Malaka.
Have
you
you
want
heard?
to get kicked off YouTube?
No, but don't, like, I'm sure. Do you think the people in the Greeks in the chat have heard that saying? Have you heard that saying?
Trika apomoni.
Trika apomoni serni karavi.
Karavi. What does that mean? I know what Trikaptomuni means, but the last bit I don't understand it. It's not Greek.
Can pull a ship.
Oh, Trikaptomuni can travixi. What's the ship in Greek? Kavuri.
Yeah, I read it as karavi.
Yeah.
If it's
karavi. Yeah, that's a so one hair off the pussy can pull a whole ship across the sea.
That's wisdom, bro. That's philosophy, mate.
Yeah, but that doesn't work in our case because the trika's in Melbourne. If she was in Gold Coast, then the trika will pull it over there. But because it's in Melbourne, it's keeping it stale.
Exactly.
It's keeping it settled down.
Yeah, they're in the harbour. They're chilling. He's anchored to the bottom of the Yarra River, mate.
Have you heard the other saying? Be careful where you put your signature and your butso. Both get you in trouble, buddy.
Ah. My papu told me that one.
Yesterday they were talking about my check there leaving. Today there's another article that they're close to what do you call it? Agreeing on a contract. So my like yesterday, you know what it is? Once they see a club shaky like us, then they pile on and come up with more crap just to put the pressure on us.
Yeah, it's funny but it's quickly how it can change. The media propaganda wheel that spins out Myercheck and McCreary, they're disgruntled, and then the next day you hear Myercheck's ready to sign a 2-year deal. Bo McCreary's not going anywhere. Jamie Elliott's about to sign on. That's what we're hearing, you know?
Well, if you got to go back and look at the averages, bro. I'll look at the averages. I'll look at the show. I'll look at whoever they've said that's got to get traded. I'll look at who's been traded, and usually it's one player out of 30 they talk about gets traded. The rest stay at the same clubs. It's all propaganda, mate. It's all bullshit. They need clickbait there. If they don't talk shit, they can't have a show. They got no show, buddy. It's all bullshit, bro.
So let me put this forward to the chat then. and I'll ask you as well, Manny. Are there any journos that walk around with credence in the scene, or are they all the same?
They're all the same there. They copy the same stories there. They copy each other's stories. They're all the same. What would you leave the biggest club in the land that's sitting on top of the ladder, playing in front of 90,000 people, travel 4 times a year, to go play at Gold Coast, right? In the shit stadium when no people that goes there. You got to travel every second week, and you got to play in the Darwin twice a year as well there. What for 2 more years? It's a malakia there. It's a malakia.
So we have something from Dane Swan on SEN. Dane Swan's excuses for Collingwood's recent defeats. Let's have a look at this. I'll pop it open on the screen. 1 second. I'll read it out, all right? There, a missile figure. Collingwood have not got the wobbles. They're just not giving away all their secrets before finals, according to Dane Swan, who is still backing his old club. There is some serious truth to not showing all your cards leading into the final series, don't you think?
Yeah, it could have been testing. It could have been testing things. But this team selection now will show us whether he was testing or not. If he goes back to normal lockdown mode, what we know, what all of us know in the chat and you do, what the team should look like, if he goes back to that, he was testing shit. He's got to go back to lockdown mode now. He knows that. He knows now we're on a knife's edge. It's critical. He'll lock it down now.
Yeah, so Dane Swan adds to this. He says the game on the weekend against Brisbane was finals intensity. It was Gold Coast's biggest game they've ever had, and Freo are fighting for their lives. We took the foot off the brake. I think they experimented a little bit in the games because they're so far in front. Now they can go with plan B if plan A isn't working. Brisbane, well, do you want to show all your cards if you get them again in the final? They've been resting all their senior players and getting them fresh. In saying that, however, against Hawthorn, it's time to play all the best players and win.
Exactly. It's not rocket science, mate. What's it so hard to work out? As if we can't work it out. Play your best fucking list that's available. Yeah. We only got 4 injuries today, 5 injuries. The only player on the list now that's injured is Bo McCreary. The rest all fit. All right, Sullivan. Sullivan's out for the year though. But apart from Bo McCreary, we've got a full list that's ready to go.
Hey, Malaka, can you keep talking to the chat? I'm going to go get my AirPods because Chris has noticed that you're a little bit echoey, and that's on me. I need a lift, so maybe you can give the chat a rant how I need a lift. I'm late to the chat today. I'm late to the stream. What am I doing?
Right, let me get the chat on. Let me get the chat on the screen. Oh, go there. Go.
Hey. Manny.
Hey, chat, can you hear me?
Malaka, bro. What are you doing?
Chat, can you hear me?
What are you doing, bro?
Yeah, the comments aren't coming up on the TV there, Malaka.
Bro, just talk to the stream. I was gone for 30 seconds. You're sacked, mate. You're fired. You're fired.
Listen.
Hey, lift, bro. Lift. What was that?
Oh.
Malakis.
Malaka, you're calling even more now.
1 second, bro. Let me fix this, man.
Why are you delayed? Why is the YouTube on the TV delayed compared to the one on the phone? You're 20 seconds behind for some reason.
Just give me a sec, bro. You're doing my head in.
Get a little cupboard there under your table there and have all your stock in there and get prepared. Have everything ready to go there. Get a little cabinet or something and fill it up with goodies so you're ready to go there.
Bro, you choke more than Sydney in a grand final, yeah? Relax.
I don't choke at all, buddy.
Hold on, man. Just wait.
Right, I've seen something come up. Behind the scenes, mates pay tribute
Hello.
to Sidebottom.
Is that better?
Another feature. Yeah, it's better.
All right, done. Guys, let me know in the chat if Manny's now a little bit echoey. You shouldn't hear any type of echo now that I've got my AirPods on.
Nah, no echo now. Better.
Done. Bro, you had one chance, yeah? Like, why do I have to hold your hand? If I'm here...
Yeah, you delayed it, my luck.
Why do I have to hold your hand?
You're delayed there on 2 different channels. You're delayed. I told you. You're 20 seconds behind, always.
So, Manny, Mark wants to know...
Sorry about it. You're back now there. Yeah. Relax.
Mark wants to know...
Listen, let me tell you something. You're too uptight. You're too uptight. The Brisbane defeat got to you now. I told you. Just relax. Build up slowly. Lift nicely. And turn the page now. You're still edgy. I could tell. You haven't gotten over the Brisbane loss now. Come on, buddy. It's time to lift. Don't get edgy, buddy.
Bro, you're the one.
Ella.
Is there apparently there's something on the Collingwood website that might be video worthy of watching. Give me one moment. Let me see. Maybe for Sidebottom. Sidey's special meeting. All right, let's watch this together. So
Premiership plays. Put it on there.
Yeah. Don't talk. Yeah, you're going to be behind if you're going to watch the TV. You're going to be behind. Yeah, so just stay quiet for 3 minutes. Yeah, you were quiet for 30 seconds. You did that well. Can you be quiet for 3 minutes? I'll call you when I'm ready to call your name. All right. Hey, bro. This guy, Manny. I can hear him. I can hear me on your I can hear you, bro. Mute yourself for a second while you're watching me. Yeah.
I did.
Come back to the football club, but more than ever, when you get to celebrate one of your teammates and mates, it's always really special. So we've got Jared Blair, who's driven 2 hours to be here, and Pendles has walked 2 minutes. So make him welcome.
Well, I think every player's got like a level of they'd love to do. You know, in my perfect world, I want to play here. I've got no doubt that Sidey, you know, at times probably in his career would be like, I'm a freaking gun inside midfielder, just let me go. But the amount of times he's gone forward for us to win a game, or times last year you tag, you go to half back, you play on a wing. It's like your greatest strength is you can do whatever the team needs, and to have a guy like that for coaches across your career with Mick, Bucks, Fly, I feel like your magnet would always be the first one when a job needs to be fixed. They'll be like, still just get this done, and you'll always sacrifice for the betterment of our team. And I think there's no bigger sacrifice or compliment to a player to say he is like the ultimate team player.
Yeah, I suppose, you know,
Blairy.
We're going to come down here today and talk about Stu. You start to reflect on what sort of mate he is and what sort of teammate. And you'd probably say he's one of those glue guys for your footy club. And they're super rare. Like I feel like they're once in a generation type players where they're able to perform at, you know, the absolute elite level, but then be able to connect with everyone inside the 4 walls. And, you know, I'd say Steelo's best mate was the captain of the VFL for a long period of time, and he wanted to engage with everyone at every level. And it's a pretty special thing to be able to do. You know, like you got to spend time, and you know, I sort of believe that time is the most precious thing that we've got. I think we all understand that, and Steelo is able to be generous with his time to all sorts of people. And I have no doubt that's why the football club has been able to maintain and stay relevant and successful over such a long period of time, is because we've got such, you know, special players that are once in a generation types.
Important time for the season for everyone, but for us, for past players watching, it means so much more to us when you guys get up for people that have been the lifeblood of the football club. And you've certainly been that, mate, and someone who we will tell our kids we played with Steel Sidebottom, and you've been the same person the whole way through. Maybe matured a little bit, but not too much. But you're a special human being, mate. You're obviously a very special player, and we feel very honoured just to play a very small player in it. So congratulations again, another milestone, and all the very best for Thursday night.
Steele's
always got a smile on his face. I want to make sure our team this week when we play, we play with energy, we play with excitement, and we have fun the way we do it. We smile, and we want to represent Steel the best we can because we want to be fun to watch and want to be fun to play. And have we got a better example of that? This young man here has for now 350 games, 349 games. Has played with energy and fun and excitement and made others better. So we hope to do the same for you this weekend, mate.
That was the quickest 3 minutes and 10 seconds of my life. Interesting.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch it later. Were they lifting? Was it fucking, was it mellow?
No, it was nice. It was nice. Jared Blair was there. Nick Maxwell was there.
Yeah.
Fly was doing his thing.
Yeah, they're building it up wildly. They're making a big deal now. I reckon the boys are going to come out ruthless. They're going to come out ruthless.
They have to lift. They have to lift for Sidebottom. 350, mate.
Have to. They're even worse. Just imagine we play like shit today, and everyone gets on the post game show. We've lost to Hawthorn, Sidey's 350th, and we got pumped. People be losing on there. Everyone be losing it, bro.
Mate, you'd be a lost cause, mate.
I would if I was talking today in front of Sidey, I would have put them all on notice. Right in front of Sidey. I would have put them all on notice. I would have eyeballed all of them. Every single one of them, if I was coach. I would have said, when you walk out of this room today, you know what's got to be done. Simple as that. When that bounce goes on Thursday night, I want full-blown attack mode and pressure. Make sure you don't walk back in the change rooms after the game and you let Sidey down. I'm telling you, contracts are going to get stamped. Simple.
Is Murph's in a chat? Guys, we'll extend it. Is Sidebottom top 5 all time at the Collingwood Football Club?
Like an oath, it has to be. 350 games. 350 games.
Yeah, and keep going.
We've got Pendlebury. We've got Pendlebury. We've got Buckley. Then you've got Peter Dacos. Then you've got Sidey. And there's a couple. There's heaps of older players as well there that we've forgotten about. What about Mullane and all that? We're looking at the future now. There's killer old players as well. Yeah. Peter Moore's not in there. Peter Moore's not part of the team of the century.
Yeah. You know what I might have to do? You know what I might have to do with you, Manny? I think I'm going to have to get like a piece of merch out, and it's going to be Pendlebury and maybe your face on it with the Pies Footy logo or something. Pendlebury. What do you reckon?
Pendlebury there. It's Pendlebury there. Don't say Pendlebury there. It's Pendlebury.
You literally just said that 15 seconds ago, bro.
Nick will probably be the best. But Peter Dacos is a gun as well. He's got more tricks than Nick at the moment. Longer kicks, torpees, better goals, and better ground balls than that. But Nick's got more run and carry.
All right, hold on. So number one
is good as well. There,
hold on, Cigare. We're talking history, yeah. Pendlebury number 1. Number 2.
Pendlebury number 1. Then Buckley.
Yep.
Nah. I'm putting Pendlebury. Yeah. Then Buckley. Then Peter Dacos. And then Nick might take over. Nick might take over from all of them.
As of right now.
Who've you got, Malaka?
You only gave me 3, so I'll wait for you to finish yours, and then we can go to mine if you want. That's 3 so far.
What, you want top 5? You want top 5?
Yeah, bro.
You want top 5 or top 3 to Malaka?
5, man. 5. Been there.
All right. Pendlebury, Buckley, Peter Dacos, Darren Mullane, And I'm putting Gavin Brown in there as well.
So what about Swanee? What about Coventry? What about Tony Shaw?
Yeah, top 5 for there. Do you want to name the whole? You want to name the whole team of the century?
What about Jack Madgen?
Jack Madgen's top of the list. No, not Jack. Dean. Dean's top of the list. Guaranteed. Nah, fuck that. I'm putting Dean up there. Dean's top, mate. Dean's right on top of the list. I made a mistake. Yeah, I'm putting Dean up there. Forget about it. Dean has never defended again. He'll never defend before. Dean's never defended. He's never gonna defend before. Fucking shit kick that. When's the team's out, eh? I'm getting anxiety now. Big time. I'm getting anxious, mate.
What are some of your favourite, in the chat, some of your favourite slogans by Manny? We call them slogans. So there's shit kicker, there's lift, there's Pendleberry, there's fucking oath.
Eh?
What else
Pretender?
do you say? Right, pretender, lift. There's 7 catchphrases from you, mate. You're a bit of a, yeah.
Depends when I get angry. If I get angry, they come out. If I stay mellow, everything's normal. But if I get pissed off, then things start coming out. But I only get pissed off when I can see what's happening. If I can see something's gonna happen, that's when I get fucking pissed off.
All right, mate. I'm gonna keep it rolling.
Yeah, someone's on. Nicholas.
Yes,
Nicholas
sir.
is on. Oh, yes, buddy.
Yes, sir, mate.
Yes.
Nicholas.
Hello?
Hey, mate. Hello. Nah, I can't hear. I don't know what's going on with Nicholas. Nicholas has had some issues on the stream lately. I'm not sure what that's about. When's the team out? 6:20. So we got half an hour, don't we? Got a lift? Listen there. Thanks to the 2 Benny. There he is. We got a lift. Yasumani. What's your top 5? You see, I'd probably, for me, it's Pendleberry. Number 2 would be Buckley for me. Swanee, that's 3. I'm not ready to have Nick Dacos in, although he'll be there once it's all said and done. Number 4 would be Peter Dacos. And then number 5 would be like still Sidebottom could be that. We could go into the history of it all and look at the Peter Moores, the Tony Shaws, the Coventrys, the Roses, like the greats of the greats for many different reasons. That's the problem. As someone said before, there's no comparing apples with oranges from different generations. It's so hard. In their moment of time, they would all be number 1 in different ways. Travis Cloke, nah. Travis Cloke, definitely one of the greatest full forwards for us of all time. That's fair. That's real. As Fly would say, that's real. Is there anything on Twitter that we're seeing about what's going on? Let's see here. Anything? Nothing. All right, well, let's look at the rolling predictor 23 and see where we're at with that. So at this point, that's an older one. I think this is the latest. This is the latest one. All right. Do we have any qualms with this one? Clement, another gun. Peter McKenna. Fair. Frampton's got to be back. I think I've got 4 here, 4 ins, but I've only got 3 outs. What am I missing here? What have I messed up here? Have a look. Orange. So when we did this the other day, Orange were just talking about players that were slightly out of form or just badly out of form. Who am I missing? Why have I got... Help me out. Why have I got 3 outs but 4 ins? Parker didn't play. Steele, McCreary, Hill, Bobby. There we go. That's Bobby due to gastro. So what we did was Hill. What we did with Bobby Hill, obviously out. We moved Lipinski to a half forward flank. We moved Hoskin Elliott to the sub role. Crisp and Sidey will do their thing. Nick Dacos probably won't start here. He could, but I just wanted to imply that he will play. What if, guys? I mean, I was thinking, you know how for those who play footy, when there's players who rotate through each other. Like, I could do this. Maybe, like, you could do this. What color would make sense? I don't want it to get too colorful. Like, if you're rotating with a certain player, your color might be the same color as them. So what I'll do is I'll get rid of this orange. Yeah. And we'll look at who rotates with who. So then maybe Houston and Crisp will make them a color, meaning they rotate with each other. What's another relatively neutral color that doesn't get in the way? Is this too much? Like, if I start doing this, guys, is it too much? Yeah, it's the rotations. Is it getting a bit too hectic if we do that? And then Degoe, it might be a bit too hectic, I think, because look, if I need to put a rotation on one of the greens, it's a bit too much. So rather than coloring them, I might just. Although I could, you know what I could do? Hold on. What if I grab like pins? All right, let's do pins. What about this? If I grab like a blue magnet or something. What if we go blue magnet? Graphics. Or if we do something like this, yeah? So if we go something like that, is that fair? Too hectic? All good? Do it and we'll see. So what if we go like that? That. I think that's probably a bit more clearer, right? And then see all. We'll grab a yellow one. We'll go Houston. Oh, you could do an asterisk. Pin's good. So do you think we see this, Houston and Crisp? I would like to see that. I'd like to see that at some point. And then maybe... Like, here's the other thing, yeah? So, Sidebottom can go into the midfield, but the starting midfield here will not go onto a wing. So that gets a bit confusing. How do we go about that? How do we go about... Because if Sidey wants to play in the middle, I'm tempted to do the Josh, Nick, and Sidey, but maybe we do that. Maybe that's the play. And then here's another issue we run into. Degoe's almost certainly going to play in the forward line, yeah? You'll need 3 dots for mixed day, true. If Degoe plays forward line, who here? No one really comes into the midfield mix. Maybe what we can do here is we do this. Let's do this. Let's try this. What if we say like, what if we do that? Degoe with Titch. Put a black pin through Dean. Like that. Yeah. And then we'll do that with Alan. Guys, you have to keep me in check. Is this too much? Anybody else here going to rotate? I wouldn't say so. I'd say, is there another color? Give me another color. What if I just do this? I'll do this, yeah? Mixed state. This will be the last one. And I'll change the color of it. Oh, you can. Okay, sweet. Be orange. You can't really do it like that. So what if we go green? It's not the most attractive color, is it? And then green again. Fuck, that's god awful, that color. Can I adjust it? Make it brighter. Look how disgusting this color is, man. Okay, that I'm going to settle for that, light blue. Bring to the front. Bring to front. Thing is, usually when McStay goes into the ruck, DC normally has a spell on the bench. All right, is that too hectic or what are we saying? It looks like a bit of a circus. Come on, guys. Is that a bit of a circus or is that actually all right? You can't tell me that's fine. Let me know. Hey. Put me down, guys. Come on. Let me down. Tell me if it's too much. I could play Elliot mid. He won't. He won't. He's done it in the past, in particular 2021, but not necessarily easy to read. Easy to read? Anyone else? Thoughts, feelings? Just don't be a shit kicker and you'll get it. Yeah, you might need half a brain to understand this, so that's that. Anything else? Jordan, see, that's what I'm saying. Just joined it after dealing with this. It's a circus, bro. All right, I'm getting rid of it. I've made the executive decision. We're getting rid of this Malakis. Jordan G sold me. Nah. I'm going to get Smarties in the milk bar. Did I not get rid of them all? Here we go. You guys, see, I just want honesty. Some of you guys are being too kind. Yeah? So I needed a Jordan G to come into the chat and be like, bro, what are we doing? Like, let's be honest. Just keep it like that, man. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. You know, that's something Fly would do. All right? That's something Fly does. It's too complicated. It's too much. Just keep it simple, yeah? Let me see DeGoey play the full game. Let me see DeGoey play the full game. Let me see Jamie Elliott clunk some marks. Let me see this guy named in 22 minutes. Let me see this fella in. He was at the captain's run. He's locked in. He's locked in. Put the best 18 on the field. I want to see who our bench is. What do you want about, bro? End times, help me out. Put the best 18 on field. I want like best 18. Okay. What I'll do is then I'll duplicate this. We've done this a couple times, but we'll do it again for you end times. I'll change this to best 23. Okay. We'll change all these to white. We can have a little flirt. We're going to have a cheeky little flirt. Benny unsub. Fuck. Break my heart. Break my heart, man. Let me down one more time, Benny. Okay. Best 23 is this. Not Allen. Maybe Hoskin Elliott. Maybe Hoskin Elliott, guys. Put your thoughts in the chat. Bobby Hill. Lipinski here. This is me right now. This is me. Parker, Steele, Dimatia, no. Dean, Long, Markov, no. I think it's pretty simple. This is our best 23. Is that fair? Oh, wait, hold on. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is best 23. For me, chat, that's best 23. Now, fax it to fly. Out of available this week. We've already done that end times. Look, this is our best. This is our predicted 23 for this week. Never gonna do minutes again. Guilty feet, I got no rhythm. Lipper is sub. Yeah, I've got Lipper sub. Both starts in the best 23. Guilty feet, I've got no rhythm. Titch sub. I don't know. It's Titch. I don't think Titch is the kind of guy you want as a sub. If you're gonna want Titch as sub, then Anthony, he said out of available this week, put Howe on. I mean, he's on the bench anyways. He's coming back from an injury. Regardless of whether I've got Jeremy Howe on the bench or not, he's playing. So that's all that matters. Like, if you're on the interchange, it doesn't really matter. If you're a sub, of course, I'm not going to put Howe as a sub because he's not going to be that. That's the 2025 Premiers. Huge. Huge. Long is in the 23. Voidoid, I think we need to see Tom Mitchell. I feel like we've all been on the same page this week. As much as this guy's been good in large periods this season, I think we do need to find out about Tom Mitchell again. Do fully fit? I did. That's fully fit, guys. Come on. Best 23 for the finals. Predicted 23 for tomorrow. Long in, Houston out, sided a halfback. Not happening, Matthew. Not happening. I'd rather see Houston and Houston and Jack Chris rotate. DeGoey won't sub, will he? He could. I'm not writing off the potential of DeGoey being sub. I won't write that off. Have to consult Jared Wade first. You want to manage about 7 of them? No idea, is it? Could Cox come in? Given it will be a battle with Lloyd Meek. He was at the captain's run today, just a possibility. I think Mason Cox will be an emergency. McStay has been inconsistent at times, but is that because Fly McRae keeps moving his magnet between 3 different positions in the same game? You know what? I haven't actually acknowledged it, but there has been a bit of Mason Cox advertisement in the chat this week. Are there any Mason Cox hopefuls in the chat? Like, is there a world where Mason Cox plays in this game? I swear I've seen it more than a handful of times in the chat. I'm hearing Mason Cox in, but it was Mason Cox out last week. And I understand. I've been around in this game long enough. We've been around in this game long enough to know that things change on a week-to-week basis. Last week was this week it's that, and that's the where. Coxy, any Cox awareness? Any awareness around the Cox, ladies and gentlemen? The goalie will be, all things going well, subbed off at some point. Yes, put Coxie in. Yes, I can see Cox in. All right, well, if Mason Cox was to be included in this side, who goes in? Who comes out? If McStay doesn't lift, then yes. Bring in Cox, put in Cox. All right, well, if you want to put the Cox in, who comes out? Who comes out? If you want the great American Cox, who comes out? Help me out with that one. These guys, Hawthorn are a small side for the most part. Eddie Maguire said our best 23 has Mason and DC, best ruck combo for us. Mason Cox at his best is in our best 23. The problem is how long can you persevere with someone who has had 2 good games this season? How can you persist with that? That's the problem. If Mason Cox plays to his ability like he had in 2023 and late last year in 2024, he's in the side, no doubt. But I think the three big M's have thrown a spanner in the works for Mason Cox this year, and it doesn't help that he's not playing consistent footy at AFL level, let alone VFL level. Buzz, I don't mind it when Cox comes in. Fair. If that's how you like it, bro. Fair. Cox needs to hit the scoreboard. Allen, McStay, Allen, Steve. Paul says the game has passed Cox. I feel like he's the middle road even at VFL level. That's exactly what I just said, Paul. I think we're hoping some of you want Mason Cox in the AFL side, and maybe he's like a Billy Frampton where he doesn't thrive as much in the VFL, but he's not even doing well in the VFL. He's not dominating like he has. We need a tall pillar up forward, and that is Cox. Dom says, get John Noble back. The side will look better. Hey, that ship is well and truly sailed, my friend. If we're going to keep playing down the line, I bring Cox in. I'm not too sure. Nicholas, what's your thoughts on the big Cox and VFL level? Not consistent enough. What's the weather tomorrow, Maddie? I'm not sure. Somebody has their phone nearby. What is the weather? Jurassic Park 3. What does that mean? Is that like a Coxzilla reference? Like, what is that? Is that a Mason Cox reference to a dinosaur? I'm sorry, I'm missing. Allen's lollies. Not bad, Stephanos. No rain. Tomorrow very cold and dry. All right. Totally fair. Has anyone got any like real left field things that they would want to see in this predicted 23? What's like real left field? Mason Cox is one. Dropping Dan Houston is another. What else have you guys got in the kit bag? 13 and cloudy. Thanks, Maddie. Cox in. That's what she said. Gee, showing your age there, Theodoraki. Showing your age there, my friend. Posso rononise. Dodeka. I was going to say Vekavio. Malaka. Fake Greek over here. No rain. Parker's left field. Oh, I know. Yeah, Alan. I know. Guys, come on. Alan from Jurassic Park. You know what's a goated scene in Jurassic Park is when the Nokia phone is ringing in the rain. If you know, you know. Parker in. Rowan Steele for Alan. Can anybody confirm if Rowan Steele was at the captain's run today? That's a thought. That's food for thought, isn't it? Membry gets dropped for Cox. Not happening. Sorry. Steer clear of my man Tim Membry. When's the team release? 12 minutes. We're nearly there. What's going on Twitter? Look at this, guys. Look at this. Isn't this timely? The Magpies are going to have to up their offer to retain Brody Myercheck, Riley Beveridge reports. Hear more details. I think this is just a repost of what we've heard. So I'll give that no more airtime. Fly comes in as a small forward. If Cochrane is fit, give him a crack. Absolutely not, Matt. Absolutely not giving Joel Cochrane a crack. For many reasons. One, which is the most obvious reason, he's not ready. He's very slim. He's still raw. And it's too many experiments. I understand I asked for a left field. That's far too left, isn't it? Houston going to be big come finals? I hope so. I'm believing that a little less this week, Bazzo, if I'm being honest. Emma, he played pretty well at the VFL last week. 29 hitouts. Regarding Coxie, is it? Houston was never the same after getting rubbed out. Pause. Good man. Pay Maya, check something. Guy dies for the club. Get it off Houston wage. Imagine, bro. But does he deserve a bag? Does he deserve a massive payday, or do we pay him based on what we think he's worth for Collingwood? He's worth something else for other clubs. Buckley's going for the job at Melbourne. As much as I wish Buckley all the best, if it's not in the black and white, it just doesn't seem right to have Buckley wearing navy blue and red. Steele wasn't there, okay. Steele was there, but won't play tomorrow night. Xander Maguire thinks Ed Allen, Tom Mitchell, and Frampton back in. 3 definite changes out. Dean and a major surprise, according to Xander. All right, Mark. Mark, are you gaslighting us again? Is it? Can we have someone? Can we have someone watch Channel 7 right now? And from this week on, I need someone watching Channel 7 while we're on the stream. Because we're hearing things. We're hearing things here. Because sometimes Channel 7, like 5-10 minutes, sometimes 15-20 minutes before the team's release, they come out with some hints. Southeast Wolf, can you confirm Mark Neville's claims? The Pies have a big surprise coming. Oh no. All right, what's the surprise? What's the surprise? Peter Georgiades says they haven't said anything yet. What's the surprise? All right, is it Rowan Steele? It's either Rowan Steele. To me, it has to be Rowan Steele. Or is the surprise that Billy Frampton is not in? Give me some options. I'll put a poll in. What is the surprise according to Xander? No Frampton. Rowan Steele. Mason Cox. I only have space for one more. So is that... I can't see the chat right now because I'm making a poll. So whatever I enter is what it will be. Frampton, Rowan Steele, Mason Cox. Let me check the predicted 23 if there's anyone else that's missing. Could it be Finlay McRae? Was he at the captain's run? Once again, I can't see. Is it Noah Howes? Was he at the captain's run? Is it Will Hayes for Billy? I'm going to put in Will Hayes. I'm going to put Will Hayes or other, just because I can't see the chat, so I apologize. Surprise, I'm playing tomorrow on Watson. My nickname, Voldemort. Playing tomorrow on Watson. I don't get that, Benny. Thanks for the 5, though. Can you elaborate? Di Mattia, you reckon? I don't know if Di Mattia is going to come in. Where would he play? He's played midfield on ball. I don't know if we have space. What you reckon? You reckon Di Mattia instead of Ned Long? Interesting. So maybe Hoskin Elliott out. Noah Howes, that's the one. McCreary to play, you reckoned? Nah, the team announcement, the injury update had McCreary not listed yet. Ah, the Wizard. Sorry, Benny. Yeah, I'm with you now. I'm with you, brother. Dean in. I'm checking Twitter. I'm getting active. On Twitter here. Still nothing. How do I hide the poll? There we go. Houston out. Ooh. Houston out could be real. Houston out could be real. Matthew, are you here? Matthew, are you here? Houston out could be real. Talk to me. Houston out. Mason Cox. Nicole's nervous. Kink in. Houston, mark my words. Oh, gosh. Why do you do this, Xander? Why do you do this? I'm going to... Yeah. Maybe I open up the Collingwood website as well. It's got to be a forward or a defender. It has to be, doesn't it? It might be other than, guys. Quickly change your poll. Change your votes. It might be other. I've got a feeling I'm leaning towards a Houston out right now. Or a Noah Howe's in. But then you have to drop a forward. I need to open up Channel 7 when they do this, eh? How Frampton Titch in. Where's the big news? Is the big news how Frampton Titch in? All right, so we know the ins. We know the ins. Houston said a surprise, not a shock, okay? No way they'll drop Houston. So right now we know how Mitchell Frampton in. But do we know who's out? They haven't disclosed who's out. Dean Markov out. That would be fair. I'm gonna start the final flock now, I reckon. I'm gonna do the final flock video, seeing as we know who's in. Alright. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final flock. Let me try that again. That was a little bit. How you going? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final flock where we react to the live team news, and we're a couple minutes out from finding who is out. We know who is in, and as we had forecasted, we'll see here in the predicted 23. We're hearing, as of right now, that we have Billy Frampton in, Howe in, Tom Mitchell in. They did not mention Allen back in, so not too sure what that means. We'll get there in a couple minutes, which also means one of these players survives. So Hill is out with the gastro, right? Hill is out with the gastro. So those are the three. That's probably the three changes. McStay out, Howe's in. No, I don't think so. So this is what we're looking like heading into the game against Hawthorn, most likely. Like I said, in literally a couple minutes, we will do the announcements for the outs, but we're waiting on the AFL website. We'll kindly quickly check the Twitter front. A bit of angst in the chat right now because we had Xander Maguire on Channel 7 say there was some outs. So here we go. Here it is. In, Jeremy Howe, Billy Frampton, Tom Mitchell. Out, Charlie Dean omitted, Oleg Markov omitted, and Bobby Hill with the Hillness, unfortunately. So I think this is the first time, guys, collectively we've gotten the ins and outs right. However, I thought maybe... Wait, so who stands? So Ned Long's still in a team, guys. Does that mean Ned Long's still in a team? Which there was a world where we were going to see this. I think if that's the case, guys, we're going to see this. That's what we're seeing, yeah? You got your three outs in Hill, Markov, Dean. Markov and Dean both omitted. Hill ill. And then Ned Long as a sub seems to be what we're gonna get. So for the first time in a long time, we're gonna have a bit of stability in our back line. Frampton back, Jeremy Howe back, and hopefully it gets Darcy Moore rekindled back into the form that we saw for 6 weeks after that King's birthday clash. We need this guy. We need him. We need Houston. I'm thinking Houston, if we don't sit on our hands, maybe we'll rotate a Houston and a Jack Crisp at halfback. I wouldn't mind seeing Josh Dacos attend or spend at least 20% of his time in the midfield rotating with Nick, have a bit of dare. But good to see the franchise back. We manifested it all week. Franchise in. Fly scared me a little bit in that press conference, but I was mindful that he was just being respectful to Charlie Dean. Maybe Fly wanted to get out to Charlie Dean after selection committee meeting and say, "Hey Charlie, like we're gonna drop ya." So it seems like Fly was just being respectful in the end. We'll head over to the live teams on the AFL website now to see what's going on here. See if that's just pretty much all but confirmed. Billy Frampton, Tom Mitchell, Jeremy Howe, Charlie Dean, Bobby. What have they got here? Harry Morrison, and Will Day. Big out in Will Day. It's going to work in our favour. Whether you guys want to argue that is the case or not, he's their best player. He's the highest rated player. This guy is literally their best player by, I'd say, almost a country mile. The class, he can do so many things. He's so versatile. CJ or Luke Bruce. Okay, I see you, Luke. Let's have a look at the subs. So we have Jordan DeGoey, Tom Mitchell, Dan Houston, Membry Howe. Wow. Okay, so Ned Long will not be a sub. We're also going to see the experiment of Ned Long and Tom Mitchell. How do we feel about that with them both back in the side? Who's going to be the sub then? That to me could be Jordan DeGoey sub or Tom Mitchell. Could it be Dan Houston? I think you could make a case for all three players being the sub. There's no world where we see Jeremy Howe or Tim Membry a sub, in my opinion. Luke Bruce is a problem. What do you reckon, guys? Mitchell will be the sub. Hoskin Elliott can't be the sub because he's on the field. He's here. So those who are watching right now and aren't aware of that, if they are listed on the field, then they won't be the sub. However, if you're on the interchange, you narrow it down to these 5 players. And I think for Hawthorn, you'll probably get Luke Bruce. So what that means for Hawthorn is they're persisting with Marbior Chol, Mitch Lewis, Cal Shadia, and Gunston. Where's Gunston? Where are you, mate? There he is. And we meet our old foe, Jack Ginnivan. Okay. Houston sub? Nah, no way. No, some people saying no way. In some world, yes, but I think not. No way Houston is sub. Titch or DeGoey? So for me, personally, I'd want to see maybe Fly's apprehensive in having Tom Mitchell and Ned Long on the field at the same time. And I feel like if Tom Mitchell's a sub, his lever could be pulled early in the game if things aren't going our way. If Jordan DeGoey is a little bit sore, I suppose he could be a sub, but I just want to see Jordan DeGoey. Let's just go all in and risk it to get the biscuit, start him, and if he needs rest him forward, deep forward. I think this is a must-win game, guys. Like, it all comes down to this. If you've got Jordan DeGoey in the side against Hawthorn, where if we lose, we could lose top 4, should he be in the side? It has to be Jordan DeGoey start and dominate. And he started well. A nice stepping stone was the game against Brisbane. Let's take it to the next level. How great it would have been to see Jordan DeGoey in the second half of that third quarter and the last quarter against Brisbane. He could have been a difference. I understand the game wasn't going our way, but Jordan DeGoey is that person who can just break the game open on their own accord. Unfortunately, we've probably seen the end of Charlie Dean. I don't like to come out with statements like that, but that's a very real scenario where we just don't see this guy anymore. Oleg Markov, I don't know if he was horrible against Brisbane, but he wasn't good enough, and he played forward. He's a backman in my opinion. Don't know why he played forward in the end. I would have liked to have seen Bob Hill start. Anyways, why am I reflecting on the past? We're 24 hours out from the game against Hawthorn. Massive clash. This is it, guys. This is it. We do not want to lose this game and go into Adelaide needing to win it to stay within the top 4. Like, look at this. I'll leave it at this, guys. If we go to the ladder predictor, which has been really convenient and handy for us at this time of the year because there's a couple of variables that go against us. If we lose against Hawthorn and Adelaide and beat Melbourne, this is where we finish 5th. So that's why 2 out of our next 3 is an imperative. So say we beat, I'll leave Adelaide as is. We beat Hawthorn, that's what we get. If we lose to Hawthorn and beat Adelaide, does that change the structure of it all? Geez. Imagine that, you lose against Hawthorn, then you beat Adelaide in Adelaide, and then all you've done there is forced a replay at Adelaide Oval. Imagine that. And then the last hypothetical is Collingwood. We could finish first and face Gold Coast at the G. That is probably the matchup we want. If we could illustrate the best case scenario and the opposition we'd like to face, it's probably that one. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the final flock. Those are the team reactions. Let us know let us know what you think in the comment section. And as always, go Pies. All right. That is the final flock. And that will also conclude Moving the Magnets. I thank you all for being here. Just quickly before you leave, if you could leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated. But more than anything, I thank you for your presence tonight. And we'll see you for the pre-game show tomorrow at 4 p.m. and then the post-game show, which will be around 11 o'clock, pending how difficult it is to get out of Richmond after the win. All right. Thanks, guys. Go Pies.